Hi everyone, welcome to Daybreak in 10 here on KOLR 10.
We'll be on the air commercial free starting right now up until CBS This Morning's Eye Opener. We want to get you set with your forecast first. Father's Day weekend coming up on Sunday. It's going to be a hot one, Elisa.
Really hot. You're going to want to take Dad, Grandpa, your uncle somewhere that they can stay cool. It's 72 right now in Branson with the sun shining, and it's really sticky with those dew points also at 70. 73 in Springfield right now, 72 at Lake of the Ozarks, and 70 in Rolla. We'll get into the low to middle 90s again today, 94 by 3 o'clock. A very high UV index, extreme in fact, of 11. Mostly sunny skies most of the day, and then an isolated storm is possible, similar to yesterday in the afternoon and evening. Heat index values 100 to 105 today, and again tomorrow. We'll keep the heat sizzling all weekend with that heat index approaching 105. Mostly sunny Saturday and Sunday, 96 on Saturday, feels like 103. 94 on Sunday, feels like 100. Here's a planner for Dad for Father's Day on Sunday. Mostly sunny skies the whole way through, 94 by 4 o'clock. Again, stay cool and hydrated.
All right, Elisa, thanks. A recent catch at Bull Shoals Lake has Missouri wildlife experts worried this morning. The Springfield News Leader reports John Pate and his son were bow fishing and shot this bighead carp on the upper end of the Missouri side of the lake. The problem here is that the Missouri Department of Conservation reports this invasive fish is too big. It has few natural predators and can disrupt the food chain. The MDC does not know how this fish got into the lake, but believes it may have been dumped out as bait. Fishermen are encouraged to not only buy local bait, but also not to dump unused minnows into that lake.
Moving to more local news now, law enforcement and first responders are always exploring new ways to help serve the public and to keep it safe. And the owner of a local drone company is trying to give some additional help with that. Jason Preston is the owner of 417 Drone and put on a drone demo last night. His company is offering services to emergency responders to help do their jobs using drone technology, with the addition of thermal vision as the real benefit to this service. Being a former firefighter, Preston says being able to look inside a scene is where things really change.
Essentially what we had in mind with this is for searching for lost people, or if the police department have kind of where they've had someone bail out and they need help finding someone as well. Whether you're looking for a fugitive or if you're looking for someone that's injured, if they've reached that point that they passed out or they just can't move anymore, anything that's in that body temperature range, it'll draw your attention to it almost immediately.
417 Drone is offering this for free of both cost and liability to first responders.
And how about some good news for you this morning? A Springfield park is ready for kids and families just in time for summer. Tom Watkins Park received a major renovation of more than $500,000. The restrooms are probably the most important addition, which is something the park just didn't have before. That cost came at just over $196,000. Another popular feature is the new interactive playground, where you'll find slides, a rotary swing, and new climbing features for parents that didn't forget about you either. A bench and multiple areas for shade are also at the park. Other improvements include a walking track, lighting, and electrical updates, as well as an 18-hole disc golf course. The president of the Tom Watkins Neighborhood Association says that neighbors have fought for years to bring improvements like this to the park.
It's amazing. It's really been a long time coming. We've, as a neighborhood, have really fought for years to get improvements for the kids, to get more people out in the park and active.
Well, the entire park cost nearly $645,000, but that was funded through grants, the city's Neighborhood Works program, and the HUD program, which is also funding new playgrounds at other parks, including Cooper, Nichols, and Metter.
Councilwoman Phyllis Ferguson held a town hall meeting at a Tom Watkins Park just before that ribbon cutting last night. The discussion included crime, safety, and nuisance properties. Residents asked about vacant or nuisance properties in their neighborhoods. Others raised concerns about drugs and other dangerous activities near their homes. City officials encouraged neighbors to keep reporting those issues and get in contact with the city for more serious cases.
A Neosho man has pled not guilty for first-degree murder after a road rage incident. In your Right to Know file this morning, 23-year-old Christopher Montz has been charged in the shooting death of 27-year-old David Reynolds of Carthage. It happened on Route 249 in Joplin last Sunday. Reynolds had pulled over so Montz could pass him. That's when Montz followed Reynolds to the shoulder. They both left their cars, and that's where Montz allegedly shot Reynolds.
Also, Springfield police are looking for a 55-year-old man who hasn't been heard from in almost a month. Raymond Glenn Heiskill is his name, and he's 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighs 220 pounds. He also has several tattoos and was dropped off at Kansas Expressway and Norton Road on May 15th and hasn't been seen since. Police say he has medical issues that require medication. Anyone who might have seen him is urged to call police. We move on to a local spotlight this morning, First Responder Friday, honoring the men and women impacting our community.
Yeah, this morning I caught up with Crystal Nutter. She's been a familiar face at Mercy for the last 20 years, but for the past 5, she's been taking care of patients in hospice.
Most service members we notice ride in fancy cars with flashing lights. Crystal Nutter drives one marked only by a colorful cross.
When I get in my car every morning, I ask him to give me the proper words to say today. And he follows through every day.
For 8 hours a day, she'll serve society's most vulnerable around the Ozarks, many in their final days.
My main goal every day is to put a smile on their face.
Most are scheduled appointments, others divine.
What do you remember about that day?
Oh, it was cold. It was like the end of March, and I was just cruising down the little country road and looked over and saw a little man sitting in a ditch on his little scooter.
Even to this day, Crystal only knows him as John, a 90-year-old man who pulled off the road so he wouldn't get hit. He needed a new battery for his scooter, something that Crystal gladly made a detour for.
When we were done, he's like, well, honey, how are we going to get this out of the ditch? And I said, you're going to hold reverse and not let up till I get you on flat ground. And I did it all and didn't even break a nail, so we were fine.
What Crystal didn't say is that she had been out of the hospital less than 2 months following a heart attack.
At the end of the day, when I know I've made him smile, you know, I wiped those tears, I put some kind of hope in their heart and in their day. And I just every day try to not only live my own values, but to represent and live our Mercy values that I've worked so hard for the past 20 years carrying throughout Mercy.
Now, Crystal is quite the personality there. We laugh at her ability to not break a nail while getting a scooter out of the ditch.
Right.
But that sense of humor goes so far in caring for patients in hospice. A lot of them can be angry at the situation. They can be confused. They can, you know, there's a lot of things
so many factors
you look at when you're towards the end of your life like that. So to be able to bring comfort and that sense of personality and humor into a situation like that is it's hard to come by.
Refreshing to see.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Shed, for that story. We appreciate that. A couple trends for you guys this morning that's happening right now up on Google. The Philadelphia Eagles had a big ceremony last night, got their Super Bowl rings, and they wanted it as blingy as possible, is what has been said.
Can you blame them?
You see the front, the top of that ring right there has 127 diamonds. That is the number you get when you add up the jersey numbers of Nick Foles, Trey Burton, Corey Clement. They were all part of that trick play that had Nick Foles catching a touchdown pass on 4th and goal in the Super Bowl there.
Okay, forget about the play. You said 147 diamonds?
27. That's just on top there.
Just on the top.
Yeah.
And then we've got diamonds on the side. How do I get one of those?
Get good at football.
Right?
Quick.
Like
We'll
what?
put some weight on you. We'll put you in the helmet and shoulder
Look at that
pads.
thing. That is that probably won't even fit in the side.
That'd go on your
hand.
wrist. It'd
Oh,
be a
my
bracelet
hand is
for
going to be
you.
on the floor. Weigh me down. Do we know how much it's worth?
I have not seen that yet.
Millions.
Most of them
worth
aren't.
lots of
Yeah,
money.
most of them are not cheap.
Wow.
One other one for you guys to know, Kellogg's is voluntarily recalling boxes of Honey Smacks cereal because of possible salmonella contaminations. There's been 73 people reported sick in 31 states. They're investigating a third-party manufacturer that is making this. If you have that, you're encouraged to discard the product or call Kellogg's for a refund as well. So just want to let you guys know that this morning.
Good information there. Look in your cabinets. Speaking of food, a lot of people are going to be grilling this weekend. It's Father's Day on Sunday. Don't forget, you've got a couple days. Going to be a hot one, though.
sizzling, not only on the barbecue, but outside too. An isolated storm possible this afternoon. 95 feels like 103. 96 on Saturday and 94 on Sunday with sunshine the whole way through. Heat index values 100 to 105, so you really want to stay cool. The heat comes down next week as storm chances come up.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for starting your Friday with us. Have a good weekend and a happy Father's Day.